Hello, my fam. It is Perez Hilton. It is a new week. I am all smiles because I had a great, restful weekend. I got so much sleep. I am so happy. And I took my daughter and son to get a haircut. I posted a video on my personal YouTube channel about that. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I watched the Super Bowl. Yes, I watched the Super Bowl. And let's get right into it. I'm going to talk Adam Levine, Maroon 5 halftime show performance. And I'm also going to talk about Trisha Paytas and Jason Nash and why she deserved to get dumped and her exposing David Dobrik and so much more. But first, let's get right into it. Maroon 5. As I said on my podcast, I knew they were not going to be great. Having said that, I thought that their halftime show performance wasn't that bad because the bar was so low for them already. Some people were saying it was the worst halftime show performance ever. I just thought it was vanilla and basic, which Maroon 5 is. You know, at least when Coldplay did the halftime show, they brought out Beyonce and Bruno Mars. Maroon 5 brought out Travis Scott and Big Boy. And most everybody else was more excited about SpongeBob SquarePants. Sure, Adam Levine was pitchy or off-key, whatever you want to call it. He was probably nervous, but he was never one to be known for having a great voice. So once again, I wasn't expecting him to sound great either. I actually, get ready for it, I enjoyed the Maroon 5 halftime show performance more than Justin Timberlake's. And here's why. Because the bar was set higher for Timberlake. I expected more from Timberlake, and he did not deliver. I would one day love for him to address his Super Bowl halftime show performance, which I think most people did not enjoy from Timberlake. And it's odd because I saw him a few months after that on his Man of the Woods tour, which was phenomenal. My theory, as I've once again explained on the podcast, is I think he was too busy rehearsing for his tour and not busy enough rehearsing for the Super Bowl. And there have been some amazing Super Bowl halftime show performances recently. Lady Gaga killed it. Katy Perry killed it. Up there. And unfortunately, Timberlake nor Maroon 5 were anywhere near that. But Maroon 5 did Maroon 5, you know. I was not even bothered by Adam Levine taking his shirt off. That didn't make it much better or any better, actually. It did not even make it better. Some people may have enjoyed that. I did not think, oh, Janet Jackson. You know, unfortunately, we live in a world, at least in America, where there is a double standard and where it is okay for men to expose their nipples, but women cannot expose their nipples. Men can be topless, but women, you know, at the beach, it's not common for them to be topless. It sucks, you know. We should be more European. I'm all for it. There's nothing wrong with it, I think. But, you know, Instagram has that policy and they're global. It's not just in America. So yeah, the game was kind of boring, but you know, Tom Brady is great. Asterisk, question mark. Is that whole Deflategate a really big deal? I mean, could a quarterback who was not the greatest of all time still have done as well as Tom Brady did with deflated footballs? I don't know. I still think he is the greatest of all time, even if he's got a little asterisk next to him. Because it's not like he's Lance Armstrong, you know? That guy was using performance-enhancing drugs with his own blood. Something like that. Anyways, on to other news. I mentioned I was going to talk about Trisha and Jason and David. And I don't really follow too many YouTubers. I'm aware of all of them. I don't watch too much YouTube content. I know that Shane released a new conspiracy video, which has done very well for him. 24 million views, killing it. But I don't like that kind of content. Conspiracy videos, TV shows, those are not for me. I do love my hot messes, and I do love my Trisha Paytas, who over the weekend uploaded a video which she, not even 24 hours later, not even 12 hours later, I believe, shortly thereafter, deleted this video in which she exposed David Dobrik of Vlog Squad fame, who is a multi-millionaire, and I hope this kid is being smart with his money. He keeps buying everybody cars. I really hope he's got a good business manager. Trish, called David a horrible human being and compared him to Ted Bundy. And, typical Trish, reaching, exaggerating. I don't know David Dobrik, but, compare David Dobrik to a Jake Paul or a Logan Paul or anybody. I mean, from what I know, from what I've seen, from what I've heard, he doesn't seem like a horrible human being. But then again, I don't know him like Trisha does. But I feel like I know Trish, and this might sound harsh, but she deserved to be dumped. Simple as that, because of many reasons. But first and foremost, let me establish that you watching this right now, nor I, know what really happened. And I don't know if I believe all the reasons that Trisha said, and I'll get to all the reasons, but let me just remind you all, in case you don't follow this guy, Jason Nash, Trisha's boyfriend of a year, is a member of David Dobrik's Vlog Squad. He's also 45, so I love that. He's almost like a Real Housewife of YouTube. It is inspiring to me that by association, this old dude, he's old. YouTubers, the people that watch them for the most part, the most active, you watching this, you're most likely not a teenager, but teenagers through and through are the most engaged, active, powerful demographic on YouTube. So I love that David Dobrik was able to make this 45-year-old dude a star on YouTube and really rich. Jason is also a father of 2. And this might sound harsh, but if you are dating a mom or a dad, somebody that has children, they come before you. At least if you're a good parent, your kids are going to come before a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Simple as that. And Trish knows all these things. Trisha knows that David is making Jason a lot of money, and that for the majority of his life, Jason was not making a lot of money. Make the money. Money should come before the girlfriend or boyfriend. You know why? Because he's got 2 kids that are still young. I don't even think his children are in high school. I think they might be preteens or right about there. They've got college coming up. He needs to make as much money as possible. His children should be his number 1 priority. And Trisha upset with David over inappropriate jokes. Y'all, I did my research. I saw plenty of jokes that Trisha made that were inappropriate about Jason's dad. Trisha is an overly dramatic, which I love, extremely unnecessarily sensitive person to her own detriment. And the saddest part is that she knows that Jason is good to her. And instead of trying to make it work, as soon as something happened where she thought she could get good material, she turned it into a vlog. Because from my understanding, another thing that triggered Trisha was Jason hanging out with David and Tana Mojo, who's always in the middle of some drama, and some other girl at USC or something like that. Honey, he was at work. He was working. He wasn't with David on off hours. It's always on hours. David is his boss. Simple as that, yo. It's for his best and it's for his children's best that you're not with him, I think. Because Jason seems like a really nice guy. Normal. For the most part, right? And Trisha saying that the ex-wife did not like her, blah, blah, blah. Duh. You expect the ex-wife to like you? Trish. Self-awareness. You claim to have it, but not at the same time. I don't even know. And I agree with her. Part of me does think that initially Jason may have hooked up with her just for more views, for more fame for himself. But I don't think he would have stayed with her for a year just for a storyline, I wish them both well. I think Trisha needs to be even more famous. And also, let's get real. What does Trisha want? Does Trisha want a man or a TV show? Let's give Trisha a TV show and a lot of money. And I say that sincerely. I want that for her. I want that for her more than a man. Because I think she wants that more than a man. Honestly, I want that more than a man. Let's get real. Because I got 3 kids. What am I talking about? And my mom. Let's move on, because I don't want this vlog to be all about that. On to other news. This was dramatic. Over the weekend, it was reported and confirmed that ICE detained rapper 21 Savage. And it turns out that he has been lying to all of us for a long time. My vitamin E oil drips, drips, drips. 21 Savage is not from Atlanta as he claimed to be. He is from the UK instead. And he moved to the United States in 2005, entered here legally, but then stayed illegally once his visa expired. Which just also raises so many questions. Like, his team must have known, because if you are here and a visa has expired, then you can't leave the country without being flagged, right? So, most other hip hop artists would travel the world doing gigs and making more money in promo, but I don't think he has, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. It would almost seem certain that he hasn't. And more often than not, money can buy you out of a sticky legal situation, but I don't think that money will be able to buy him out of this one. Will it? I don't think so. And Demi Lovato got herself embroiled in this 21 Savage drama because she said on Twitter that the funniest thing during the Super Bowl was 21 Savage memes, because the Super Bowl was boring. And then people were making all these jokes and mean jokes about her, saying mean things about her, like how she's an addict and almost died and heroin, blah, blah, blah. Demi backtracked and then later said that this one specific meme of 21 Savage writing with a quill, old school British style, is what made her laugh. But she didn't say that initially. Did she deserve the response that she got? No, but it's Twitter, And people thought that she was attacking this guy, and there could have been racial implications. Somebody being deported. It all sucked. And Demi deleted her Twitter as a result. And I'm thankful for that. I've been saying for a long time, if you all watch my videos or listen to my podcast, that social media is not Demi Lovato's friend. And she should have done this a while ago. Similarly, Ariana blew up on Twitter, responding to all of these people that were accusing her of cultural appropriation, saying that she's just love and she's made of love and blah, 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 blah. I would engage and respond to people because I love controversy and drama, and I don't care if people view me negatively. But I think it was a mistake for her to engage with people, even if trying to find a constructive place, because at the end of the day, even if you're trying to do something positive, when talking about things like that, people are going to tear you down, as we saw with Gina Rodriguez or me or so many others. But I sort of like that Ari was trying to have a conversation with people. She says, though, as a result of people just still going at her, that she is going to take a nap and going to sleep until she goes to tour. And that's a good thing. I think Ariana should delete her Twitter as well. Am I the only one? In other news, speaking of Ariana Grande, over the weekend, her ex, Pete Davidson, was spotted hand in hand with Kate Beckinsale. I told y'all, I believe that Golden Globes night was real. My podcast co-host Chris Booker said, they were just waiting in the same valet line together. Wrong. I was right. Apparently, she's got a type and Pete Davidson is it. I wish him well. I don't like him, and I can't quite put my finger on why I don't like him. Same reason why I probably don't like Machine Gun Kelly. They're a type. I don't like them. But I do like Post Malone. I think he's a different type. What's different about Post Malone versus Machine Gun Kelly and Pete Davidson? I can't quite put my finger on it. I think it's just attitude and aura. Posty gives me like a puppy dog vibe, and Machine Gun Kelly and Pete Davidson give me more of like, not a puppy dog vibe. I don't know. In other news, speaking of dogs, good segue, JWoww was arrested in Atlanta over the weekend and charged with battery over a domestic dispute with an ex-girlfriend. The ex-girlfriend was also arrested, so it seems unfortunate. Sucks. I'll have the details down below so that you could read, see, or hear more. Speaking of situations like that, JWoww's soon-to-be ex-husband, thank God, Roger Matthews, has been begging her for a truce. He wrote a really long letter, deleted that, posted another message. You know what? Too late. You've been exposed. She tried and tried and tried. And you weren't smart enough. Because you're the kind of person you are. I'm glad she put you on blast and let the world know what kind of person you are, Roger Matthews. Psst. And speaking of awful human beings, thankfully I have no idea who this band is. Stained. I don't know a single one of their songs, but their frontman, Aaron Lewis, had a solo show in Texas over the weekend and was very testy with the audience, asking them to be quiet, blah, blah, blah. They were not quiet. At one point, he overheard people speaking Spanish. He said, "I don't know how to speak Spanish. I'm American," and stormed off. Racist or not? Obviously racist. Obviously a MAGA person. Donald Trump did not create these people, but he emboldened them to say crap like this publicly. And I love it. I want to know who these people are. Out yourselves like Aaron Lewis. And finally, some TV news, an update on Wendy Williams. She is still going to be off from her show for another 2 weeks. If they want me to co-host one day, I'm available. Hit me up, but that probably won't happen. And on that note, stay hydrated, friends. I am off with my kids to Chuck E. Cheese later today because they've got the day off from school. I send you all of the hugs and kisses. Hit the like button on this video. Leave a comment, follow, subscribe, share. Hit the like button, leave a comment, follow, subscribe, share. Mazel.